It's pretty doggone late. We just got home. Gotta give you a hug and a kiss.
Okay, but there's Grace.
Oh, did
Bird,
you?
and so now it's like.
Oh,
I just got a notification that you started.
Okay.
Wait, Dad.
Okay,
It's
I know,
live.
I know. Okay, there you go. That's better. Okay, get a new Band-Aid. This one's yucky. Get a new one, and I'll help you put it on. Okay? All right. How's it going? Is anybody home? You got anybody? Hey. I see there's a few people here. Some of you guys are either up really late or up really early. Which is it?
Or it's like noon for them.
We just got home. I don't know what this chat. Why does this chat?
Snow will begin at 9:56.
I don't see much.
It's kind of snowing outside.
It is snowing outside. Just starting to snow. I wonder.
Oh, what's that thingy mobile?
Where's my chat? Where's my chat? Anybody home?
Daddy.
I'm not seeing any chat. Yeah, that's a thing to watch then.
That's a big Band-Aid, Dawson.
Okay. All right. We're putting some Band-Aids on here. And I'll figure out the chat here in just a second. This says 97 viewers. That must be an old one. I'll have to refresh that. Okay. There you go, sweet girl. All right. Love you. Good night. Okay, close the door, would you? Baby. Close the door. All right. I have no idea if anybody's watching. I guess I see that it says 27, but somehow I'm not getting the chat. So give me a couple seconds to get this squared away. I seriously just walked in the door. We were at my boy's last performance of A Christmas Carol. It's been a great time. He's done 25 shows just of that production, and then he was in another one of The Christmas Carol playing a different part that he did, like, I think it was 11 shows of that one. So it's been a busy month, but it's so fun. He's a great kid. All right, let's find this chat. Chat is ready to display. All right, I should get messages now if anybody's typing anything. Anyone? Bueller? I got 30 people watching on YouTube and 1 person on Twitch. There we go. Finally. Thank you. Sorry about that. Can't stay too long. About to pass out. Almost 1 a.m. Thank you, Curmudgeon. I'm sorry for being here or so late. You go ahead and get some rest, my friend. Don't worry about us. They'll be here in the morning. By the time you wake up, we might have another one. From hot and sticky Queensland, Australia. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, somebody was showing me their 41 degrees C in their car in Australia. I think I like winter Christmas better. PJ Bear, is it early here where you are? 2 p.m. in Australia and 38 degrees. Oh, yuck. Oh, in the UK. So did you just wake up, PJ, or did you just go to bed? Hello from India. Harvinder, how are you? What time is it there? India must be, I guess you're before Australia. That's a good time zone to put on my phone. That's a different spot than most. 8 a.m. in Romania. Oh, it's perfect time. Perfect time in Romania. Good morning. Happy Saturday. In Thailand. Oh my goodness. Jehu. Is that how you say it? Jehu? I like that. 38C there too. Goodness. It's I bet you it's not. Well, when we were pulling in, we just pulled into the driveway and it was snowing. It just started snowing a few minutes ago. So it's less than 30F here. All right. From UAE. What's UAE? United Arab Emirate? United Arab Emirates. Something like that? Is that right? Coffee and stuff. Midnight in Chicago, 11 p.m. Don Corleone. 1 p.m. Oh, it's 1 p.m. Oh, that's a good time too. Malaysia represents. I just am amazed. I'm not sure I'll ever stop being amazed. I hope I'll never stop being amazed with how late or how international we are, I guess. It's so fun for me. So fun. Would love to see some of these places. Oh, this mic stand needs a little bit of repair. It's kind of sagging on me. All right, we'll fix it. From very exotic Los Angeles. Very exotic. Oh, that's another world too, actually. I grew up with a lot of family there. Only it's tomorrow, 11 p.m. only tomorrow. Man, Donnie, where are you? You must be, where in the world is it 11 p.m. Saturday? You must be just barely on the other side of the date line, huh? Holiday lights, wait a minute. It's 11 p.m. my time. Oh, except tomorrow. Are you from the future? What are we going to talk about tonight, Donnie? Good question, man. Good question. Well, I wanted to build that battery, but, you know, it's pretty late, and it's late for me. I had a long day. Oh, Donnie, it is tomorrow. Okay. Oh, what? Okay. I wanted to build that battery. So I've got, if you guys have ever seen, if you guys that like watching what I do, you might like the electric car industry. And there's a dude who you may have heard of on YouTube. His name is Jehu Garcia. I think when you've asked me before about what other YouTube folks I watch, Jehu's one that I've watched a lot. And he started out doing electric cars, and then he's gotten into building power walls. And so he takes these, or he uses the 18650 batteries. You've probably seen those. They're bigger than a C battery. They're taller than a C battery, but about the same diameter. And they're usually a couple of amps or a couple of amp hours, I guess, and 3.7 volts lithium batteries, rechargeable batteries. And he has this PCB, and I've got 100 of those PCBs. JLB PCB sent me 100 of them. I want to build this. I've got pretty much all those parts you see there, plus some batteries, and I've got a thing to test them, and a charger, and a current meter, and a whole bunch of things that's Woody Claus. Woody is my my contact at Banggood. It's Rudy, but he spells it with a W, which is super funny and super cool. He's a great dude, and he sent me all this stuff that I wanted to use to do that, including like a spot welder, and I've actually got almost all of it now. And it's all, but it's all here still in boxes. Like I haven't opened any of it, and because I went straight from home. I got here from work, got here, barely ate something, and we went to the show. So I haven't been able to get any of that together. So I don't want to rush it. So we'll do that, but we'll just have to do it at another time. So, oh, you missed this one. Whitey's at work. Whitey does important work. He also has LEDs, red and blue ones, flashing on his car. Have a good, safe shift there, Whitey. Be safe, my friend. Hello from Holland. He does have a sweet BW bus. It is sweet. You know, you've probably seen it then, Ty. He built that thing. Like it was a panel bus with like no windows, and he cut out all of the spaces for the windows for what are they, 26 or 28 windows in those? It's pretty awesome. But yeah, he made it. He made the body himself, which is pretty amazing. All right. So, morning from Sweden. Good morning. What were you doing over your lunch hour? Yeah, what was I doing on my lunch hour if I'd have had a lunch hour? So you guys are all international, so this is an interesting thing. We have, obviously, a world infamous healthcare system here in the United States, which is the envy of none, I think. At least it shouldn't be. I suppose you can say there's a lot of technology and quality and some advancements and things like that, but we have a very poor system for delivery, I guess. And the way we do insurance, people pay, they have a certain out-of-pocket amount that they are responsible for every year. So if they go in and get services or buy medications or whatever, it comes out of their deductible, and it's usually a few $1,000s. But so as the year goes on, they're slowly paying towards that, and once they've hit their maximum, that's all they have to pay out of pocket. That's sort of all they have to pay out of pocket. And then after that, the insurance companies kick in and pay for the rest. So what typically happens is at the end of the year like this, the last month or 2 months of the year, we get slammed with a ton of elective surgeries. So people that are coming in that have had maybe a hernia they wanted to get replaced or repaired, or a knee replacement, or whatever other kind of surgery that they've sort of been putting off, and but now that insurance is ready to pay for it, they get it all done. And because everybody's deductible renews on January 1st, everybody in the country is trying to get their elective surgery done in the last 2 weeks of the year, which is the same time as everybody's trying to get off for holidays and all this stuff. So anyways, it's crazy. So it's very common for us, especially at my hospital, to just get overwhelmed with surgical volume at this time of year. So anyways, that's where it was. HSA. Oh yeah, your health savings account. You like, yeah, health savings account is a smart way to do it. Yep, that's for sure. Hello from Alabama. How's it going, Dave? Grandpa had a camper. My cousin has it now, and he just finished restore. Oh, cool. There was a 23 window where I grew up. Would love to have a 23 window, but they are crazy expensive. So yeah, so there's another guy. What's that guy's name? There's another guy that he's an old guy. Him and his buddy, they talk about electric vehicles all the time. Jack something, I think. And he was talking about Jehu's bus, and I was saying what he says what Jehu ought to do is take the body that he built and make a mold of it, and so that people can print, whether they could do it out of fiberglass or something else. But if you take a mold of his bus with the 23 windows, then you could reproduce just the body panels potentially, and we could start seeing, new but fake 23 windows. So pretty cool. Would be pretty cool. I know I'll max out my medical. Doesn't matter when I get the work done. Thank you, Chris. Am I a surgeon? I'm an anesthesiologist. So I'm the one that I like to say that I put the bed up and down for the surgeon. But yeah, I'm an anesthesiologist. So could you put this battery on a DeLorean and go back in time? Heck yeah. That's what it's for. You kidding me? 2 of these and a flux capacitor. We're there. Now, anyway, so these, when you get these lined up, because there's seven slots, and they're 3.7 volt batteries, you end up with about a 24 volt battery. And then you can stack them on each other, and a lot of people just use that at that voltage for, I guess, battery backup for their house or energy storage. You have to have an inverter, and then you store it, whatever. But anyways, I wanted to just play with it, experiment with it, and the people at the JLB PCB wanted to send me something. They're like, please just tell us something, something that you want to make, and we can make your PCBs, and you can tell people where you got them. And so I said, well, how about these? And so they sent me 100 of them. So we're going to be giving some of those away too. I don't think I can use 100 of them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. But since we aren't going to build that tonight, because I do want to prep one at least before I get it on the stream. I'm learning that prepping at least a little bit before the stream is good. It's beneficial to everybody, and myself included, and my sanity. I don't want to be a total fool all the time. It's not too bad most of the time. Hey, System, how's it going? Oh, you know what, System? You're probably not getting everybody's chat. So let me do this. I don't know what this will. I did this before. It will probably tear a hole in the internet. But this link that I just posted, which everybody in YouTube and Twitch should get, is a you just open it up in a browser, and it will be the chat for both streams, for Twitch and for YouTube. So there's a bot that I need to get set up that will just relay YouTube chat to Twitch and vice versa. I just haven't had the 15 minutes or so that it's going to probably take to set that up. But and that reminds me, I got this funny notice from Streamlabs tonight. It just popped up when I sat down. I wonder where it went. Something about masks. Do you guys know anything about? I don't know what you see on your end, but there's something about masks. Like you could put a mask on me, I guess, or something. I don't know. I barely looked at it. I said, that sounds fun. And I hit the download buttons, and it said ready, but I didn't have time to play with it. But anyways, that should be funny. Just makes me look better when you look like a fool. Well, good. Oh, makes you look better when I look like a fool. Well, that's what I'm here for, Jeff. I am here for you, man. I want you to feel good about yourself. And if that means a little bit of self-deprecation, I'm okay with that. I got enough confidence. It'll be fine. So back to topic of the night. I don't want to be on a long time because I am tired and I know it's late for some of you guys. Well, not that late for all of you. So, but what I thought we could do is, the chat link won't work for anyone but you. Stink. Ty, how do I, is there a quick way? Can I do something in the chat, like mod restream bot or something was what I thought I saw. It will ask them to sign in to restream. Oh, sorry. Dang. Is there another way, Ty? Is there another way to get them to do that? Without me going to restream, probably? Probably not. Yeah, we need to get with Frank. Yeah, he's told me he would show me. You're fresh, Pepe. You guys probably are. I'm actually feeling more awake now than I was, 4 or 5 hours ago when I was sitting at work at the very end of the long day. Yeah, not quickly. Okay. Well, I'm sorry about the chat. Oh, I could do this. I could put it up on the screen. I think. Oh, yeah, there it is. It was there. Okay, yeah. So it'll come up on the screen anyways. If that's a nuisance or a bother to anybody, or if you don't like it, we can do it. Do you know anything about Collat's conjecture? No. Is that a medical question? That's not something I've heard of. Collat's conjecture. I don't. Sounds interesting. No chat on your big screen. Have to use a tablet to see the chat. Not anymore, because now I just popped it up on the screen for you. Sniffing the gas. Like a whole house UP. Yes, exactly, Donnie. Exactly. So you've heard of Tesla's battery packs, their power walls, they call them. So this is essentially a DIY version of that. And just you take however many of these you want to store energy for yourself, and you make it as big as you want. Collat's conjecture is a conjecture in mathematics that concerns sequence defined as follows. Start with any positive integer, n, then each term is obtained from the previous term as follows. The previous term is even, the next term is 1/2 the previous term. The previous term is odd, the next term is 3 times the previous term plus 1. The conjecture is that no matter what value of n, the sequence will always reach 1. Okay, I believe you. My question to you is, does there exist an integer n that does not reach 1? Apparently not. I'm going to believe you when you say it doesn't. Can you run Alexa and HASSIO without the HASSIO cloud? Yes, you sure can. We can look at that. I was looking at it again today. There are a couple of ways to do it. Let me show you. I won't be able to get into deep examples and show you step by step, but I can point you to the instructions. There's a start, right? And I do want to get in depth and understand it myself and do it myself so that I can show it like we did with the Google Home a few days ago. So the first one actually is probably going to be the easiest, and it actually is in NodeRed. There is in NodeRed. Do I still have NodeRed here? I probably need to refresh this page. I doubt it's still active. I don't know how long it needs. Yeah, it needs to be reloaded. So if you load let me move this so you can see a little bit better. If you load the version of NodeRed that Frank built, the add-on that Frank built, it's like the house that Ruth built. That's funny. It was funny to me. All right. I was hoping you would have gotten to that last night. Yeah, sorry, Leslie. It's a tough topic, and I'll show you why here in a minute. You're talking about Alexa, I assume, without the cloud. So Frank has included a whole bunch of nodes for us, and one of them that he has included is this Alexa Home node. So if you click the Alexa Home node, you need to do a few things, and the best thing to do is to start over here with Node Help. And so the first thing that it says is you have to create a new account and declare some devices here. So you go to this website, and this is, you can't see it up there, but it's Alexa NodeRed.bm.hardil.me.uk. Okay. Don't know who that is. I appreciate that this is available. I'm not, you know me, I'm not too, I'm very trusting in these things, and that is probably going to be my downfall someday. But for now, I think a guy that put something together like this is probably not trying to steal my information, but maybe he is. I don't know. So anyways, you have to go here and you have to sign up. So you, where did it go? Is it here? Log in. So here's my password if you guys want it. So you have to log in here. And then this has, right now I've just put one device in here. You actually have to list each of your devices in here. So you list your devices, and there's the whole documentation here tells you what to do and how to go about it. But essentially, once you get your stuff set up, and I don't know how, I haven't got to the point where you actually link it to like your Alexa account. I'm sorry, I keep saying that. Mute your ladies. Okay, so anyways, you set up this node, and then you can start defining what objects you want it to control. And these are all of the options. These are the available things that you can do with it. So turn on, turn off, set percentage for dimming, increment percentage, and decrement percentage. So that's like a plus, and it'll just go up a little bit every time and down every time. Set a target temperature, and then a little bit up on the target and a little down on the target. Get a temperature reading, get a target temperature request. Oh, so that you're giving a request about what target temperature it is. You can do locks, and then you can do colors and color temperature. So that's the white scale, right? So these are the things that are available. Unfortunately, as is often the case, only available to US users. That's not all these skills. Some of them are available everywhere, I guess, but the ones that have a 1 are only available in the US. The ones that have a 2 are only available in the US and the UK. And there's this auto acknowledge thing is a little bit different, and you have to, I'm not going to get into that tonight, but it's one of the parts of this that you may or may not have to do. But anyway, so it's possible. So with this right here, and there's a guy that did a video about it. He didn't do a ton of explaining, but he does a decent job. We could try and find that video for you if you're interested in it. But we'll get into this another time. Anyways, the bottom line here is that it's a node for NodeRed that will let you control specific devices that you define, and only the devices that you define, that are part of Home Assistant by using your Amazon Echo. Okay. NodeRed is a pain in the butt, Shane. Hey, did you watch last night? We started some things. Can this do text to speech you were trying? This, no, I don't think it does. But you can do text to speech through NodeRed. You can do text to speech through NodeRed, and I can show you that. Let's see, where did I put it? Somebody sent it to me, and then somebody asked for it, and I will find it. Where was it? No. Who was it that sent it to me? Whitey, can I show him? Oh, Whitey's gone. I wanted to show him Whitey's office. Semi-emulation, is that what it is? Haven't been able to watch as much as I would like. Yeah, no problem. Hey, I understand. I've been putting out a lot of stuff. So I don't blame you for not being able. I'm impressed with anybody who has actually been able to go back and watch it all. Stinker, where did it go? Then who else did I share it with? I shared it with somebody in the live chat, didn't I? Was that where it was? We were chatting about it a long time ago. Essentially what you do is you just do the, there it is. Nope, that's not it. You do this. Okay. So this is just the call service node. So if you just grab a call service node, like this one, and you go inside here, then you can, essentially what you do there is you paste it in just like, did we talk about this? Did we talk about this last night? I'm having like deja vu. Anyways, then you paste in there the same information that you would paste in sort of in Home Assistant for the message down here. So if you're doing text to speech through the services, through the call services tab, then you do the same thing here. So the service is Alexa_TTS. The domain is media player. The entity ID will be whatever your media player is. I don't know if you can do group media players. I'm not sure that'll work. But it'll definitely work if you do, media player dot dad's echo or something like that. My wife just...
I'm not sure.
Sorry. My wife just said the curtains just fell down in the bedroom. Awesome. Okay. I have a Sonoff Dual that continues starting random. I would not be a problem, but it's connected to the aquarium lights and the filters, and it starts in the middle of the night. So, Mihai, have you tried messing with switch retain and power retain? Have you done that? So the Rob did a good video on it. If you go, do I sleep occasionally? Not for very long sometimes. I like sleeping in the daytime. It's kind of funny. I do a better job of taking naps in the daytime than I do of getting to sleep at night, strangely enough. If my mind is going, I can lay in bed for hours and not fall asleep. Back to what I was saying a second ago with the aquarium. So if Rob from the Hookup did a great video about that kind of random switching. And I did a video a long time ago about random switching, and I thought it was more of a hardware problem. And I think Rob was right. It more often is going to not be a hardware problem. It's going to be an MQTT retain problem, most likely. So there's a couple settings in Tasmota that you can do. And then you want to have retain false in your configuration.yaml for that entity. You don't have to have anything because the default is false for retain in the Home Assistant setup. And that has fixed most of mine. Sometimes you may have, and Rob talks about this in his video as well, sometimes you may have a retained message that you need to purge from Home Assistant. But with all the new MQTT changes, most of us have had to do some sort of a restart of our broker, of our MQTT broker. So I think most old messages from any time until before would be gone. Mine disappeared. Because I did have like 3 or 4 switches in the house that were still doing that. And once the MQTT disaster that occurred a month or so ago, once that happened and I had to kind of redo the way I had my broker set up, they've been gone. Those old retained messages were gone. So let's try and find, I need to work on the bot and get some of these things. I want to be able to just go ! What would be a good name for this one? This one would be retain. Like, where's all his videos? Okay. It's down here a little ways. What is this message? Get out of here. Don't need you. This one. Fix materia switching. Tasmota. Here we go. Had the same issue. Uninstalled Mosquito and reinstalled it, which fixed it. Yeah. And you can, if you're using, if you're in Home Assistant and you're doing if you're doing MQTT through the integration now, which hopefully everybody is. See, this is driving me nuts. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I don't understand this. Those are the mini media players for Alexa. These ugly red boxes. I don't know what the problem is there. Anyways, it was working on my laptop. I'll sort it out. If you're using, let's see, is it under HASSIO? No, it's configuration. Yeah. In your integrations, if you go to integrations and you've got this guy here, you can just go in here and delete it. There's a garbage can up there, I promise. You can go in here and delete that and it won't hurt anything. You delete it and then you go back out here and you just select it from down here again and hit configure, and then you just put in your IP address and your user and password. Just make sure you use the same user and password because all your devices are going to be looking for that user and password. So now is not the time to change that. And then that would probably purge your broker. I think that would purge your broker. And that plus power retain 1 and switch retain 1 on all your Sonoffs, and I bet you that will fix all of your ghost switching problems. Oh, look, see, Mike's got another thing for us too. Mike says client.publish and then topic, comma, new byte 00 true. I think. Google it. that's the message that you send to purge the broker? That would be sweet. And again, this is one of the things that has been on my list of things. How to clear all retained messages from Mosquito. Perfect. Right there. Client.publish topic null. But that didn't seem to work. Oh, never mind. This one. Other option would be stop Mosquito and delete the present persistence file and restart. So you guys got that. It's in the chat. So you can try it if you want to try that as well. It worked for you. Sweet. Awesome. Have I ever looked at the PZEM.004 for power consumption? I don't think so. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. I do have a topic in mind, by the way, for tonight if we ever... Oh, this looks cool. So this reads... This is an amp meter, essentially, right? So you wrap this around... a wire goes through that, and then this thing tells you how much current's flowing. It's cheap. Current tester module. That's cheap. That's nice. Did I show you guys this? I'm so happy about this. I guess we can consider this the maybe I already showed you this. We can consider this the product moment for the night. If I go here, my orders, you can see all the stuff I've got from Banggood. And one of the things I'm very excited about, I wonder if that's here yet. Excited to have that thing. One of the things I've got is this guy. It's a really nice, small clamp amp meter. I feel like I've said this before, but I wanted one of these forever. Ever since I was just a young electrical apprentice kind of dude. Because you could just clamp this around a wire. You don't have to turn anything off. You don't have to disconnect anything. You just clamp it around the wire and it'll give you a reading of how much current's flowing through there. So I haven't yet used it. I got this as part of the whole battery electric car project process, but very, very excited about that. Isn't DigiBlur doing current transducer? Be careful with those things. Yeah. Do you guys remember Gary? You may have, some of you have been watching the streams for a long time. There's a fellow named Gary from somewhere in the States here whose wife got tired of maybe the aquarium turning on and off in the middle of the night, but she kicked him out of home automation. She essentially said, you're done with all this stuff. Get rid of it. So he said, hey, I don't have any use for this. I've had a lot of fun with it, but here you go. And he sent me a box of stuff. And in that box of stuff, there are it's not quite this thing. It's not this coil. It actually is more of a clamp, so you can clamp it on and off, but it's a module like this. So instead of being a whole device that's all put together, it's just a module with a couple of wires that I'm sure you hook up to something and it'll give you some information, make a sensor out of it. So he's got a couple of those in there. I haven't touched them, haven't played with them, but that's exciting. I think that's cool stuff. I might use that in the car. Wouldn't that be cool to have in the electric car? Like when I do the bug, to have those current meters. If you get a lot of current, some of those, electric car, you're going to do 100, maybe a couple hundred amps through some of those wires sometimes. So that would be pretty neat to see on a gauge. All right, you run MQTT and NodeRed on separate Pi from home assistant so your whole system doesn't go down. That's a great idea, Basic Pilot. That's a great idea. Yeah, that's a smart idea. I think if I were more comfortable, and I'm probably getting there, but I'm too busy doing other new things, but if I was more comfortable with installing things like Mosquito separately, which I did the very first, the beginning when it was Haspian for me, and that was when I started. That was your only choice, right? Well, it was my only choice, was to install Haspian or install Mosquito at the Haspian command line. So that's what I did. What did DrZzs end up talking about today? I was out Christmas shopping. I'm still talking about it. Hey, Ptexa. I like that name. That's cool. Thanks for following, man. Yeah, last night was random. Is that what you're talking about last night? What did we talk about last night? No, last night wasn't last night Travis and NodeRed. That was awesome. But so far tonight, we've just been talking about random stuff. We've only been on for about oh my gosh, it's already been 30 minutes. Good grief. Yeah, Docker. I need to learn Docker someday. So let me get to what I thought would be a good topic, and it might not take very long. We can tinker around with it. How many of you have done the update to what are we on? 4.5? Yeah. 8, not 0.4, but 8.4.5. How many of you have updated? I was scared. And what was the scary thing about this update? Lovelace. Lovelace was the scary thing about this, because they changed they changed several things inside of how Lovelace reads your YAML. Not a ton of things, but they changed a couple things in a way that made it affect probably everybody. If you had any of your buttons were a tap action button, then this change would break essentially your Lovelace. But it's not a hard. That was not a hard fix. Wasn't a hard fix. Is that right? I am getting a little drowsy maybe. So the first thing I want to do is let's talk through the releases, right? Home Assistant's on an every 2-week release. So every 2 weeks, there's going to be a new release. Now, that does not mean that you need to update every 2 weeks. In fact, most of us probably don't want to update every 2 weeks. We like things to run without breaking for a little while, right? I do, at least for a little while. So I was at 81.6 before I went to 84.5. So I skipped 82 and 83 completely. But when they come out, every time they come out, they do add, they do give you the release notes. This is no big deal. This happens with every, project like this that has frequent releases. They give you release notes. So in this release, they talk about a few things: webhooks, state restoring, and then they go in here. This was a good reminder. They say for existing Lovelace testers. This whole time we've been using Lovelace for 6 months or so. And I think a lot of us have accepted it as just this is a part of Home Assistant. It's still unofficial, or has been. It probably still, I think actually part of the release notes, they say they were trying to make it so that this would be the release that made it the official UI for Home Assistant, but they were not 100% sure about a couple things, and so they're going to put it off until January. So, but it's coming. Lovelace will soon be finally the official user interface, but it's still been in testing mode. So, we get upset when things break, but they've got to fix them. They've got to make them better. And so that sometimes includes breaking, part of the business. If you want to know more about it, this right here tells you about the breaking changes. I think this is the leak. Yes. So this is a great, very useful link. So before you update to version 84 of Home Assistant, go through this page. Let me give you the link just to make it easy. Nope, that's not it. Oh, I pasted it in there. Dope. Control C, that's the one. Control V, there you go. That's the changelog. Mash that button. 84.6. Yeah. Oh, is it up? Is it already to 0.6? Geez, I just went to 0.5 yesterday. That change happened with my first release, or with the first release of 84.1. Keep scrolling down to see the changes for additional versions. Oh, well, I still hadn't done these. So I still hadn't fixed this. So let's do this first. Who said that? Was that Ty? Yeah. Salty said that. So I still hadn't done this, right? I was still on 81 point something. So I had to look through this and figure out, okay, what was going on. So there's some things about sensors. They changed some of the stuff that you can have for sensors. This didn't affect me at all. But essentially, if you had a tab at the top that was sending you to a URL, that had the name of that category, I guess, changed. But the big one was tap action and hold action. And the way it changed, if you go to one of these examples now, it used to be that you would have, if you had a tap action, did they really not have an example right there? Come on, man. What? Kind of crazy talk. Let's try another one. Yes, okay, great. It used to be that if you had a tap action, you wrote tap action, and then right here you wrote what the action was. So you wrote toggle, or you wrote call service, or you wrote more information or something here, and then you gave it a little bit of data underneath potentially, right? If it was a call service, you had some data to give. And I think if it was a navigation to a link, then you had some stuff to give down here as well. But now they've changed it. So it says tap action, and then action, and then call service or toggle or what was the other ones? I can't remember what the other ones were. But anyways, this has changed and it's better. I think that's better. I like that. That's good. But I had to go through my Lovelace.yaml file and fix all of those, right? So I didn't go through all the rest of this. I probably need to because I think I lost a couple of other things like this. Well, the thermostat card can be themed. My thermostat card broke. I haven't fixed it yet. Oh, fixes an own tracks thing. Okay, so 84.6 fixes own tracks. So if you've had a problem with own tracks, try updating. And then webhooks was a big one. And I haven't gotten too into webhooks. I looked at it a little bit. So anyway, so let's go in and look at what this actually does to Home Assistant. So I think version 84, one of the big things was these changes to Lovelace. To me, that was one of the big things. So what happens now when you come in here? Sorry, ignore my ugly red broken buttons. You come in here, and the first thing that you'll see is that Lovelace is a whole modge of disgustingness. It looks like my old overview page. And some of you probably still have that image scarred in your minds of all those badges and like, oh my gosh. I had to have over 100 automations and such with 4 of the HA switch plates, and each of those switch plates has like 20 something automations, and they're all listed on the overview page. Like scrolling down to find a light or something on my overview page was horrible. So it was bad. So but when you first open 84 point whatever, if you haven't done anything to Lovelace, well, if you haven't already, actually, I don't think it matters even. That's what it's going to look like when you first open it up. And it's Lovelace. So it's saying, oh, this is your Lovelace now. Here it is. And it looks like total garbage. What you have to do is over here, you click on this, and the first time it will give you an option. Like it'll say, do you want to customize it yourself, or do you want to just use the user interface? And you want to say customize it yourself. And once you say that, it'll give you a warning, but it'll say, okay. And it'll let you do it. And then you'll get this button that says raw config editor. If you go to raw config editor, it gives you this thing. It looks like a YAML file, right? This now is your Lovelace YAML file. So if you want to just incorporate your old Lovelace into your new 84 point whatever display, you simply need to open up your Lovelace YAML file. I don't need to say Lovelace.yaml file every time, do I? You guys know there's a dot. All right. So we're going to open up our Lovelace YAML. Why am I not seeing it? Oh, let's open up this one because, okay, I renamed this one because I was tinkering and copying and stuff. So you open this guy up and you just grab everything. Just copy the whole blasted thing. Now it is going to take out all the notes. So you see, I made some notes and just X'd some things like that. Unfortunately, I think that all goes away. You just copy all that, go over here. I'm not going to do it exactly because that's an old one, but raw config and edit, and then you just highlight all this and just delete it and paste your old, your YAML file that you've worked hard on, that you've slaved over and loved, and you just paste it in here. You paste it in there and then you save it. And then what you will see out here is your old your old Lovelace is now the default for your display. And it's cool. And I like it. And the reason I like it, good morning, Gary. How you doing? The reason that I like it is because of now the way that you can edit it is really nice. For people who don't want to do YAML, if you still want to do YAML, if you're doing real advanced stuff and you like tinkering in the YAML directly, you can either do it here, which is pretty convenient, honestly, and still saves quickly and refreshes very quickly and all that stuff. So you can do it right there. Pretty easy. Or you use this, I think it's this one, configure UI. Yep. You use this configure UI, and now what you'll see is you've got a couple new buttons. One is this plus down here, and this is going to add a new card. Can you read that just right there by my logo? Yeah, right there. It says add card, right? This up here is another new one, and this is to add a view. So if you click this one, you can add a new view up here at the top. And you pick what you want it to be. If you wanted to have it be, look at that, I have Automation, Alexa text. Oh, that's one of the ones that didn't work. But if I wanted it to be my alarm panel, do that. Entity. Oh, that's if I wanted more than one. I just want the one. So let's just do that. And unnamed view because I didn't put a name on it. So now you just click it, and then I click this and I can edit it. How come I couldn't put a name on it? That was weird. I guess here I have to put the name on it. Or I can pick an icon probably, and I probably could do something like this, MDI Bell. I don't know if that's a real thing or not. Find out. Yeah, it is. So anyways, that pops up there, and then when I click that, I go to this page. Okay, so that's what that does. And then here you can put a new card, and now you can do, this is pretty cool. And I haven't gotten too into this, but this is pretty cool. Can you still edit the YAML with text editor like Notepad++? Yes, but you'll have to copy your changes and paste them into that location. As far as I know, I don't think, let's look at it and see. I don't think that that is saving over your Lovelace UI.yaml. Let's see. Could be. No, it's not, because see, all these things are gone, right? If I go to that raw editor, unless they're just hiding them, which I guess is possible. I haven't made changes and looked to see if it is updating in there or not. So I don't know 100% on that, but I think based on just looking at it and not seeing some of the same things, right? I don't see any of my commented stuff. Oh gosh, what did I just do? Okay, well, that's nice. Chat's in the way for you guys, though. I can make that background a little more opaque. What is happening? Everything just disappeared. Oh, gravy. Okay, bring that back up. All my windows disappeared. I need that. And what else did I have up? Huh. Oh yeah, I had Visual Studio. Okay. Anyways, I think you can change it here if you want, but then you probably want to copy it and paste it over here. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I am. So anyways, that's pretty cool. So let's add a card. Let's play around here and add a card. Somebody's asked another question. How can I get more than 24-hour history in HASSIO? Are you using Recorder? Does that do it, guys? I think I get more than 24-hour history. I'm pretty sure. Maybe I don't. Where is that setting? Does anybody know? See if somebody knows. If somebody doesn't know in a couple minutes, I'll look it up. Oh, the raw config is in .storage. Oh, excellent. Okay, so if we go to here, I guess I probably can't. I can't find it. I've got to show hidden folders or something. In here, I don't want to mess with this too much. This is cool. There's Lovelace right there. You know what? That brings me to another question. Is there a place, maybe somebody here knows. We're going to open it with no selector. No, this one. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's ugly though. It's JSON. It doesn't look pretty like YAML. So you won't see me messing with this. Yuck. Ewy. Ewy gooey. No way. No way. Not gonna do it. So if I want to make a change, I will probably, if I want to make a change, I'm gonna just do it in, I'll try it first in the visual editor. And if it's easy, if I can do it and get the options I want or whatever, which I assume I probably can, then that's what I'll do. And if I have something I want to, just maybe copy and paste, maybe somebody sent me something, I just want to copy the actual lines of YAML, then I'll paste it in there. That's fine. You can also go, you don't have to do this. You can, if you go to your configuration file, if you go to your main configuration file, you can put a couple lines in here that will define your Lovelace as using YAML right here. I had it and then I took it out. So if you don't want anything to change with Lovelace If you want it to just stay the way it's been and function the way it's been functioning for you, then just put this line, Lovelace, colon, and then under that indent 1, mode, colon, YAML. And then it will function just like normal. It'll use your lovelace.yaml file that's in here, UI.lovelace.yaml, this guy, and everything will be as it was before 84. So if you wanted to do that, if at any point you wanted to go back to that, you can just go in here and add those 2 lines, and that will happen for you. So awesome. Just got up and saw your streaming. Fantastic. Luxembourg. How's it going, Ken? Thanks for being there. Yeah, but you do lose the GUI editor. Yep. The GUI, as Travis says. Anyone have any interesting third-party add-ons and repositories that you use? Good question. M. Jones wants to know, does anybody have any good third-party add-ons and repositories? I don't have anything exciting. The only ones I use are some of the standard ones. I don't actually even use DuckDNS right now anymore. I do for tinkering and demonstration purposes, but AppDaemon I love because it's HA dashboard, got to have that. IDE is really nice. If you're running on a Pi, that gets a little boggy. Just got into NodeRed, really kind of back into it, but I understand it better now than I ever have. Tasmo Admin, I do like that one. I use that one actually still consistently. This reminds me, one thing I always like to do is every time I flash a Sonoff or anything with Tasmota now, or anything, honestly, if I've got a device that's connected to my network that I don't want it to change IP addresses, even if for no other reason than out of convenience, I go into my router and I reserve that IP address. So that's just one more step that I never included it, I don't think, in any video before to say this is what you do all the time or this is what I do. But there you go. That's what I do. And then Samba, that's it. So if anybody else has any, that's cool. Let us know. That's a good question. So let's go back here for just a minute again, and we will tinker. I want to tinker for just a minute. I'm probably going to try and cut this off in about 15 minutes. Is that okay? It'll be midnight for me. And I got to get up early because tomorrow we are going to do WireGuard, and it's exciting. We're going to do it. I've done it a couple times. I've done it a couple different ways. Frank did his stream about it today, and it looked like, I didn't get to watch the whole ending, but it looked like he was making good progress towards making a WireGuard add-on. So that may be a good solution. We've been asking him for a long time to try and figure out a VPN add-on. So hopefully that's happened. If not, the way that I'm going to show you how to do it doesn't require HASSIO. I'm going to set it up on a Pi all by itself. All right, so let's add a card. Let's see. What kind of card do we want to add? Should we add? Let's try the media control card. Ooh, type media control. Oh, I have to put this all in? Oh, dear. No entity specified. I haven't done this. Entity button. Oh, dear. What am I missing? Do I have to pick an element? Is it because... What the heck? Let's try a different page. Let's go here to my main page. And so this should add a card. Pick the card you want to add. Let's add... what should we add? Let's just add a light. Type light. So do I have to toggle editor? What's it doing? It's not letting me. Oh, okay. Cannot read a block map into them. This doesn't look all that user friendly. Do I have to put this in JSON? Type light. Entity ID. Okay. Incomplete explicit mapping pair. Key node is missing or followed by it. Well, I think we got some work to do on this. That's so much for... I was expecting to be able to just, pick my entities and pick some options. And again, this is the first time I've done this, so there's potentially more stuff. Oh, that's a nice shopping list. Let's just do that. Shopping list. That must be this guy. No, Where did my shopping list go? Yeah, shopping list. That's okay. That's useful. If I just do add item, I can say milk. Where'd it go? It disappeared. Milk. No. Maybe it's because I have to get out of the editor. Probably have to get out of the editor to just use it. Assuming that saves it. Add an item. Milk. Where's it going? Well. Anywho, I do think it's pretty cool. And I know a lot of people are having trouble, and I was scared of switching to this version or of updating to this version because of this exact thing. I was worried because of what was happening with Lovelace, but I'm not as scared anymore. I guess we could edit one of these and see. Okay, so you do a return and then a line, and then that's where you put it. Okay, I guess that would have been a good way to do it. Just look at the examples. So this is like a conditional, I think. So, oh, okay. So then, okay, duh. Sorry. So what you have here is just this section of YAML, essentially. Now that I see this, I remember seeing this on the example. I remember this was kind of what they, I don't know if Paulus showed this or somebody showed this, but yeah, this is what it is. So that section of YAML is just here now. That's actually fine. That's great. That's cool. I like it. When opening Lovelace, new to it all, so, but yikes. Yeah, Keith, this is a little scary. That's kind of why I wanted to go through this. But I think if I don't know how long you've been here, but we just kind of went through what you have to do. And the important thing is first to go to the change log, or whatever you want to call it, the release notes. Go to the release notes, and then especially down here when it comes to Lovelace, you're going to want to go here and check out this change log, and this will tell you all the things that you need to repair. Did I do it again? Okay, that's definitely a sign that I need to get to bed, because I just hit Control V when I wanted to hit Control C, and I wanted to copy all this. Control V. There you go. So anyways, go through that, and I think you'll be able to piece through this, and you'll probably be able to resolve a whole lot of your errors that you're getting. So a month or so, I just got error while loading this panel. Yeah, so, and the other thing is sometimes like custom cards sometimes have changed, and I've had a couple custom cards break. You can see that my Lovelace custom, or my, what do you call it? The custom card for Media Player seems to not be working. I don't know why. I have to investigate a little. I think it might be though, like here. What if we go here? Custom element doesn't exist. I think this may have to do with version number. So I may have to go in here and change this version number. I guess you have to update this. Let's see. This is a complete experiment. Meh, that didn't do it. So anyways, there's a few things to sort out. Custom cards have broken a couple times. This was actually working yesterday. And so I'm sure it's something small that I just need to find. You just have to know where to find the answers. It's potentially in here somewhere. I don't know. It might be on the custom card page for that card. It's another place you might find the answer there. So, thank you. Must get to sleep, amigo. See ya. Thank you, Keith. Thanks for being here, man. Dashoid, gotta go too. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome. Watch the recording. Have a good one. You know, we're gonna end here anyways. I hate leaving anybody hanging, but you do have to sharpen the saw every once in a while. And if I don't get a little sleep tonight, then I bet you the morning stream with WireGuard won't be as good. So we're gonna take that and hit El Saco. What do you think? Updated NodeRed add-on. Now it's broken. No, Nicola. Really? What's broken about it? You just can't open it? You're welcome, Ty. Thank you. I got to watch a little bit of your stream. I didn't get to listen. At work, I can't listen. Thank you, Adrian. Thanks for being here. All right, guys. Well, any last questions? I'm sorry, I don't know. Frank is working on the WireGuard add-on. Yeah, I saw that, and it looked like he's going to make progress. That's great. Might just wait for that. Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea to just wait for that. You know, it just depends. I've put so much time into learning how to do it. I'm going to go ahead and show it anyways, even though potentially it will become obsolete or unnecessary. I still think it's a great solution. If you're using a VPN to remotely access your home network, this is a really nice solution. It is better than OpenVPN, even if you're not considering the potential security risk of OpenVPN anyways. Last stream about NodeRed is great. Thank you, Chris. I had a good time. Travis did a great job. It went very well. I agree. I do agree. We've had a lot of good streams. We've had even the choppy ones. I'm glad you guys are patient with me. I still have fun doing them, and I'm still learning stuff. So, oh, thank you. Look at the NodeRed channel in Discord. Perfect. Thank you, Dr. Jeff. Appreciate that. Okay, Jan. Everybody else, sleep well. Thank you, Peter. You too. Thank you, Johan. I will do that. Luke, my man, my Google Home man. You don't have an Alexa, do you, Luke? Because I was looking. Oh, I didn't get any farther with that Alexa thing. There was a couple other ways that you can do it. But anyways, and one of them is very similar to the way we did Google Home, where you essentially make your own app as a faux developer. So, all right. You're going to bed, and I'm just getting up. 6:55 a.m., Pat. All right, well, you have a great day, and we will see you before you go back to bed, because I will be streaming again in 10 hours. 10 hours from now, we'll be there. Got your Lovelace back. Yes. That's all. Success. Mic drop. We're good for the night. All right, fellas. Well, hey, thanks for being here. We'll get to visit some more tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream is going to be WireGuard, as I said, and it'll probably, well, I don't want to say it's going to be long like Frank long. Frank does streams that are longer than when I run a marathon, and that's a long time. But I'm guessing that by the time we go through a couple different methods for installing WireGuard and all the different parts, and including at least 15 or 20 distractions on my part where I stop what I'm doing and randomly answer a question that I happen to notice in chat. With those things in mind, I'm guessing we're going to be a good 2 hours probably tomorrow. So anytime between 10 and noon, if you're around, you want to tune in, see what's going on with WireGuard, we will be here and we will be doing it. So, all right, fellas. Oh, Whitey's back. Made it back to see the end. See you, Whitey. Thanks. I wanted to show off your car, but we'll save that for another time. All right. Fellas, good night. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time, adios. Good night.